UndergroundHipHopBlog.com exclusive.
Yo, what up? This is Gavlyn, chilling here with UndergroundHipHopBlog.com. About to do an interview, chilling here with Pawz 1.
What up? This is Pawz 1. I'm sure you're already familiar. We're sitting here with one of the illest female MCs, period. And I don't just say that, just to say that.
You sure? I thought you didn't like female MCs.
I mean, not all of them. But that's a whole nother story. Anyways, one of the things I wanted to get into is, watching you perform tonight is the projection that you have. And there's definitely a lot of female MCs out there that rely on rapping over their vocals, to get by. And that's one thing that I got to give you props for. So
thank you.
How do you work on it? How do you develop the whole voice projection?
You mean like breath control?
Breath control, all of that. Let the MCs know.
I mean, honestly, that's just pure luck, because I smoke like a motherfucker, smoke a lot of weed, smoke a lot of cigarettes. I mean, it's just practicing, dude, just constantly practicing your raps and figuring out gaps of where to breathe into between words. I mean, that's the way I see it. That's just pure luck. I smoke a lot of weed. I don't know how I do it.
It's just a lot of good pockets having a good
pocket.
You know
what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. You just have to figure out, the breaths between words and how to cut words short in between on the spot.
So I wanted to ask you, that's definitely one of the things that sets you apart, in my opinion, as an MC and as a fan of hip hop. What do you feel separates you from a lot of the other female MCs out here, besides the fact that you can actually rock a stage by yourself?
I would say the fact that I'm not I try to appeal to every gender. I'm not trying to be that one female that's just I'm representing females, of course, but I try to think. The way I write raps, I just try to think of I want everybody to relate to me. I want it to be to everybody. And besides that, trying to have a variety of things, I would say my voice. Female has my voice. That's about it, though.
So, just a personal question I wanted to ask you. Do you get annoyed because every time people ask you something, the F word is in there, the female word? Can it just be that you're a dope MC?
Yeah, it does get annoying. I mean, I'm not oh, what the fuck, but it does get kind of annoying, you know what I mean? It's just I do this shit for everybody, not just women. I do this shit for men too. I don't even diss on the men, and even if I do, I try to think outside the box. You know what I mean? I don't categorize as thinking men are all the same, women are all the same. We're all one. That's the way I look at it.
That's a good way to look at it, because Underground Hip Hop Blog and myself, we do the whole, it's all about unity, you know what I mean? It's all about all the elements too, because a lot of people get the misconception that because they rap, they're down with hip hop.
Yeah.
So as far as hip hop as a culture, is there any other element that you've ever experimented with, tried, or mastered, as far as being a beat girl, doing graph, anything like that?
There's things I wanted to try to master, but because I'm listening to hip hop every day. I listen to it I don't even listen to hip hop most of the days. I listen to mainly classical music or house music or rock and roll music and shit like that. But I mean,
as far as the culture, did you ever I'm gonna try to learn a head spin?
I never learned how to b-boy. Never was too good at graffiti. The only thing I mastered is just painting on canvases. I can paint on canvas pretty good. Yeah, I can at least say.
That's dope. That's dope. So you're talking
but
about.
That's it though.
You're saying that you don't really listen to hip hop. I don't really listen to too much hip hop anymore either. Do you feel if you do listen to a lot of hip hop, that'll influence your style? Is that what it is, or is it just real redundant? What do you think?
A little bit of both. I don't know. I love hip hop, and it's my influence, is what I'm good at. But I mean, I just need something else to inspire me when it comes to writing down rap. You know what I mean? But I guess you could say it could be kind of redundant, constantly hearing drums and hi-hats and snares all the fucking time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I've seen you rock numerous venues. Can you see yourself going on a 40-city tour and just shutting it down in every city? Is that something that you're aiming for?
Yeah, that's definitely something I'm aiming for. I mean, I think I feel I have the confidence to do it. I think I can do it. Why not? That's what I want to do. That's my dream. I'm trying to push it even further than that, So yeah, I think I could do that. Definitely.
And what makes you believe you can do that?
Just how much I love this music, how much I think about it every day, how much I work on it every day, how much I just practice to be better every fucking day. You know what I mean? I don't want to have it any other way. This is what I want to do. You know what I mean? I'm only gonna progress each time I do it. So that's why I know I can do it.
So I wanted to ask you, I know I've seen you rock a lot of stages, I've seen you do the whole promo thing, I've seen you put in work from the ground up, and you built like a grassroots organic fan base, and you also got a good fan base online. So how do you feel about the whole social networking and pushing online and talking directly to your fan base?
It's awesome. Like I've never dealt with it before. Like this is like, it's pretty much what put me out there. Like YouTube, like I don't know how the fuck that video got that many views, but it did. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely like cool to hear people like hitting me up, telling me how they relate to my music and reaching out. I love it. I think it's dope. It's changed music in every way. People think like, you know, back in the 90s, you know, it was harder than, yeah, granted it was harder than, but even then everybody's making a fucking album, everybody's putting out a video. So in my opinion, it makes it even harder to get noticed because everybody's doing it. But I guess, I mean, I got lucky and you know, social networking, you do this shit the right way and don't bother people, don't collab with everybody and their fucking mama and just stick to you and do you. Like, I think that's the way to do it. Social networking is fucking a miracle for people like us.
You don't get other artists on your page that are just like link.
Oh yeah.
Trying to feed off of your buzz.
Yeah.
So do you feel like they can actually build a fan base off of what you're doing?
Nah. I mean, if I'm working with them, but if it's like on some bandwagon shit, no, not really. Because I mean, I've been blessed with these people that have been listening to my music and like they're true fucking fans, and I've come to see that they, through the few songs I put out on YouTube, like they know who I am, like they fucking defend me. So if they were to see something like that, a true fan, like unless we're working together, it wouldn't really benefit. You know what I mean?
Gav's definitely done her thing from the ground up, so that's why I have a lot of respect for you just as a peer in music. It has nothing to do with, you know, gender or whatever. She's dope and she's a grinder. So what do you feel separates you as far as your hustle and your grind in the hip-hop scene?
I don't know, just I guess my modesty and doing lots of shows and not judging anybody, keeping my fucking mouth shut and having respect for everybody. I think that's it.
So that was one of the key things we talked about was respect. So I definitely got to give you your props. I wanted to talk to you about your team. You got a new team, right?
Yes, sir. Well, I just hopped on Broken Complex literally like yesterday. And me and Hop have been doing shit. I've known that for years, so it just made sense, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of happened like, unfortunately we lost like a dear friend that was on the team. And our last conversation I had with him was about whether I should join BC. So then when that unfortunate thing happened, I was like, dude, we're fucking doing it. And it's just been going ever since. Like, you know, Hop is my boy. I've known all those fools for years. We're all 818 cats. Pretty much grew up with the same people, you know. So being on BC is dope. You know, Hop is doing his thing. Shout outs to Broken Complex. And I'm also on Organized Threat, but that's more of a movement. And BC's a label. But shout outs to Organized Threat too. Shout outs to Black Roses. And yeah, man. Those are the teams I'm fucking with right now. Definitely, but I just got on fucking BC. They're fucking helping me out so much. Printing my album, putting me out there. Hopper's fucking he's really putting in work, you know what I mean? That's what's up.
Let's talk about the new album. As far as like production, as far as, do you have any collabs? Like, is there any production from anybody that's established, whether it be underground or mainstream or whatever? And as far as artists that are on there, or is it just you?
I only have about like, let's see, like 3 collabs. The album's called From the Art. It's coming out October 2nd. And I mean, all the producers are from everywhere. Like, I never stick to one producer. And as for them being established, I wouldn't say they're really established. They're paying their dues. They're dope producers, but I mean, they're all from everywhere. Fools from Germany, fools from France, fools from Canada. But that album's I've been sitting on the album for 3 years. So it's finally being put out. I finished that shit when I was like 18, 22 now. So I mean, I'm just happy to fucking put it out. You know what I mean?
The producers you have,
mainly me though.
The producers you have from overseas, we want to shout them out because underground hip hop blog is worldwide. Hip hop itself, the culture itself is worldwide. So you want to shout out the producers?
Shout out to Broken Fingers. Shout out to More Sound. Shout out to Think. Shout out to Vocab. Shout out to EQ. Even though he's local, but shout out to EQ. He mixed my shit out of the Ashtray of LA. Really, the Ashtray of LA. And who else? Michael Omar Perez, Lab Cat, and Cakes.
EQ's definitely one of the dopest dudes out here on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Just period. But I wanted to ask you, as far as producers go, is there anybody that you aspire to work with, like let's say a Pete Rock or a Primo or a Khalil or somebody, somebody like that? Is there anybody that you wish you could make like a dream record with, as far as producers?
Oh man, so many fucking producers. Probably Ninth Wonder, Kanye West, and Primo.
There you
Hands
go.
down. Yeah, Ninth Wonder is like one of my all-time favorite producers. And of course Jay Dilla, rest in peace, but that ain't gonna happen. But
Rest in peace, Jay Dilla.
Serious.
This is Pawz One, undergroundhiphopblog.com. I'm here with Gavlyn.
Gavlyn, peace out. Shout out to Underground Hip Hop Blog. Peace.
Undergroundhiphopblog.com exclusive.